Who is it? Vinny!
Hey, dude, are you there?
Hey, what's up,
I'm
my
here,
brother?
man.
How are you,
Dude,
man?
I don't have a scary story, man. I was like, I'm gonna have pretty much a heart attack. I'm like having a heart attack, but I can't scream or anything. Basically, laying on the floor, panicking.
Oh!
No, you weren't. You built the place. I haven't seen the Hopi in thousands of years. Don't make fun of my people. Period.
Sorry,
I'll pull
grandfather.
out your ass and cut you up into little bitty bits.
Facebook page down because people said Richie from Boston's gay. He's gay. I'm gay. I'm a gay man.
And I mean, yeah, I mean, you can prosecute me for that if you like.
No, it's not why I'm doing that. I'm just saying there's a lot of...
That is what you did. Bigelow started buying websites, including one in British Columbia, Canada. So all of a sudden, this kind of triggered Brian Vike.
Welcome back to Third Phase of the Moon. Blake Cousins here. We've got a special report for you. We've got a few UFO videos that we want to share with you.
Welcome back, everybody. Blake Cousins, along with Orlando Smith and Brent Cousins, we're going to be going over incredible imagery.
Third phase of the moon. Third phase of the moon.
Ten, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh yeah.
All right. How is everybody? Good? Yeah, we just got into. Oh, what a day. Yeah, this hat does not match the face. All right. Ooh. There we go. How is everybody? Good? Good. There it is. Aha. Welcome to GUFON, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is... What's today? My watch just died. What is it? The 2nd? It's a Wednesday? Is it Thursday? No, it's Wednesday. I put the garbage out today. All right. Wednesday. All the days run together. What do you want from me? Hey, the shirt's not inside out this time. I moved it up in the rotation. That's right. So how is everybody? Good? Middle of the week. It's all right. It's almost Friday for you. For me, it's Friday every day, which is a work day. We work every day. And today, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Now, in this field of ufology, when nothing is going on like now, where it's really docile, Corbell's not screaming or anything about Kirkpatrick being a baby because he didn't lie for him. Or Elizondo, just now with the new book coming out, that's subsided significantly. And then we saw, everybody just getting at everybody. Hey, he said, she said stuff. And that's very popular right now. And it isn't going away anytime soon. So we get a lot of people pointing the fingers at everybody. You, wrong. You lied. You didn't tell us everything. You said you worked at ATIP or SEP or whatever. You didn't. Greenstreet's still writing about the same stuff he did 6 years ago. That's how bad it is right now in ufology. Very slow. So we got to remind people why we're here. What does that mean? You know what it means. So tonight I want to talk about things are about to get strange. Oh, yeah. And seemingly desperate. Now, it is. You're going to see it. Oh, my gosh. I am almost out of the good stuff. If you support for anything, support that. I think we're going to start seeing weird stuff and hearing strange. I mean, you think it's weird now? I have been given some information from my friends and sources in the Pentagon that, you do this 20 years, you meet a lot of people. And a lot of people I don't ever mention, no need to, because you'll never know their name or who they are or whether or not I'm lying. Beauty of it all. Everybody's got a guy who doesn't have a name. I've got this guy. We've heard Cuckold do it all year. I know a guy who knows a guy who said something about a guy who knows about a UFO in an unknown place with an unknown country. Yeah, that kind of stuff. So we're seeing a lot of that. However, it really is going to be strange. And the Pentagon is all in, according to my source. So I'm not saying it's going to happen immediately. It all depends on who wins the election, believe it or not. The presidency. So this is political as it'll ever be. And it always has been. It's just everybody. 20 years ago when I got in this, don't you talk about, UFOs in politics. It's a no-no. Everybody's, I'm looking for ants. I cleaned them up. I got this. Oh, it looks brand new down here. Hold on. Nope, I didn't put the chair together. I'm doing that this weekend. Because I have to get on the floor. I got a bad foot. I really can't do anything. I am a disabled vet. Not a vet. Vet. I love dogs and cats. It is going to get very strange. What do I mean? You're going to hear stories from a bunch of new people. And from what I heard, the whistleblowers are going to change the narrative in the next few years. This is a 5-year plan, so you can guarantee there will never be disclosure in the next 5 years. If what I believe I heard is correct, and I do. They were, my source was wrong one time, a long time ago, and it was very interesting. So I am happy to say that even though ufology is slowing down, the government still has to sell it to get the money, the funding for the black budget programs. So ufology will never die. It can't, it won't. And that, thanks to you kind folks seeing stuff all the time and lying all the time and hoaxing all the time and making up stuff all the time. It keeps us on our toes here all the time. Unlike, people who quit because they got caught lying so many times, they just quit. And they go into the paranormal field. Yeah, I'm talking about Fat Fuck Tony. That guy. That was the biggest loser in ufology. Fat Fuck Tony, unidentified S4, will go down as the biggest loser in ufology's recent history. Before him, it was the pedophile Stan Romanek. That's how bad of a person Fat Fuck Tony is. He's up against the pedo. Yeah. Well, he's a dirty ex-cop who turned out to be a dirty ex-UFO guy who is now being a dirty paranormal pig. So, whatever you think about him, everything about that guy And I am sure he is dirty when it comes to his family. And he probably does some things to his wife or ex-wife or girl or boy, whatever he's into, diddler. You know, he's a sick fuck. I hate him. And I hate him because he's a dirty cop, I found out. Dirty as they get. Dirty. And you know what I'm into now? Well, I'm pulling FOIA requests on his career. Oh, it's going to be good. Because I'm going to call him out when I get that info. It's going to be an example of what not to do in this field. Especially if you're an ex-cop who's dirty and worked in the public eye. So we can get your information, you bozo. Who's here tonight? Because the paranormal community needs to know about the dirty FFT. That fuck Tony. They need to know what that dirty... Hey, we cover it all here, not just UFOs. We cover it all. And he's still in the community because he's still in the paranormal genre. Anyway, I didn't know I was going to mention that. It is what it is. Who's here tonight? Pool player 361. Welcome to the show. Marcel. Goofonian Metalhead. Welcome to the show. How you doing, anomalies and the real deal? Welcome to this show. Greg O.B. Hey, nobody does except for me. No, I'm just kidding. Jeanette, Angel, that's a halo. Welcome to the show. Time surfing alien, welcome to the show. Sky Allen, welcome to the show. Beats and Tapes, how you been? Man, good to see you. Welcome to this show. Gyro, what do you say? How do you be? GYRO. Kelly Lewis, hey, yippity-doo-dah, yippity-day. Thor. What do you say there, Thor? Panku. Intergalactic Angler. Oh, good. Good to see you're okay. You're okay. All right. Stars at Night Vision. How you doing, huh? Section 4-7. Welcome to the show. Samo Goofonian Metalhead. Oh, wrong person. Samo Goofonian Rockstar. What's up? Yeah. Oh. Paula Faust. How you doing, P? No, I don't like P either. We'll come up with a good one. Your name's good. Moonlick. That's good. That's a fun name. Welcome to the show. All right. If I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean I don't love you. It means we got a lot of show to do. So hang on tight because I've got a lot of good stuff tonight. We're going to have some fun. We always do. I do. I really do. I have a good time. You wouldn't think after all these years, after all these shows, that I'd still feel like I'm having fun. I'm having a ball. I love it. As a matter of fact, I'm more pumped up since Rich Saves America is pumping me up because everything's going the way I had hoped. So I'm happy for that. And it's really taken a lot of stress off. And next year is going to be magical. And I really do, as long as I can stay healthy, which I wasn't, and I'm still not, but whatever. I'm going to die like this. And then that's it on the show. All right, let's get started. I hit a button and I thought I shut everything down. I was so mad. All right, I just need to kick off the show with a drink. Huh? Oh, turn this off? There we go. Oh, that is better. You're right. It is better, isn't it? All right, for now. Why am I getting monkey cheeks? Look, I'm starting to get monkey cheeks. I call these under here monkey cheeks. Chimp cheeks is what they really are. Getting my chimp cheeks. And that's what they are. Hey, man, I've gained like 10 pounds in the last month. I'm very happy with that. And every time I throw up, it's like I'm leaning out. It's like I'm fasting for a few days. It's great. And I'm getting ripped. Anyway, let's start off. I got some good stuff to start tonight's show off. So, a lot of people are talking, have been thinking that the James Webb telescope, oh my God. Oh, that's right. I've got a Linda Moulton Howdy Doody Fresh and Fruity clip to play for you about this. But let me pull it up because I don't want to turn and read. I want to read it in front of me. I should have brought that up. There we go. All right. Can you bring me up? Put me on top. There you go. Can we widen? That's it. All right. So the James Webb telescope observed a large non-natural object about 10 light years away from Earth moving towards the planet. They said, yeah, we talked about this last week. But not all of this. In late September 24, users on various social media, including X, YouTube, TikTok, posted claims that the Webb telescope had likely just discovered ET life. According to these posts, the telescope spotted a large object about 10 light years away from Earth that was moving towards the planet. And the posts claimed that the object had to be some sort of alien spaceship because the telescope just observed the object change its trajectory in an unnatural manner. So according to Truth Poll, yeah, you see it here. Could this be another Oumuamua? Okay, Truth Poll, by the way, give or take. I mean, not really. Well, Snopes received several emails from readers using us to fact check the claim, and they found that no evidence that the James Webb telescope detected such an object, making the claim unfounded and likely false. Who made this claim? Not the James Webb. They wouldn't have done that. The earliest reference to the rumor we could find was from September 17th this year, a YouTube video explaining the supposed discovery. The channel that uploaded the video, called Piscopatio Podcast, whatever, produces daily content about UFOs and other supposed signs of alien life. Well, according to the video, members of Congress were receiving briefings on discovery from James Webb that the National Security Agency, NSA, and the Department of Defense were also investigating. Come on. The information presented to members of Congress about this supposed object was apparently not classified, but it had been made public. And the video did not name its source. Of course they let it be public because it's nothing. Capiche? But you've got the people on that side of ufology who are so desperate, hence tonight's show, desperate to make any claim necessary to get the conversation going. And that's another thing my little informant told me, is that a lot of these conversations and a lot of these sightings are just to get people talking in other directions. So it is a distraction, what we've been seeing. Lou Elizondo is a distraction. The whole thing is a distraction. The whole thing is a farce. And guess what? It's for money. Yeah, I know. In the following days, the other UFO and alien content creators began discussing the rumor. On September 21st, Askapol, a Washington, D.C.-based press corps that asked politicians questions submitted by users on social media, spoke with U.S. Representative Andre Carson about the supposed James Webb Telescope briefing. Carson chaired a 23 open congressional hearing on UFOs, the official term. However, as one commenter pointed out, no comment is not confirmation that it happened. All right, got it. So it's just a rumor. It got internet speed and off it went. However, that is not how it ends. What do you think? So Linda Moulton Howdy Doody, fresh and fruity, can't help herself. She's a little bit like Greer. No, wait, a lot of bit like Greer. Just like Greer. Anytime there's some way she can sneak in herself to get some notoriety, gosh darn it, she'll do it. And she's doing it now. Check this out. This is fun. This is from Truth Poll as well, but it's about Linda talking about, for a minute here or so, about the James Webb discovery. Listen to this. From what became known as a rumor, Linda Moulton, howdy doody, fresh and fruity, turns it into the most incredible thing in recent telescope history.
I want to give you a few more details that I have learned from an aerospace source who still wants to remain anonymous, but he feels strongly that the whole Earth human population deserves to know honest facts behind.
So something as important as what she's telling us, the guy doesn't want to release his name. Don't you want to be credited with the most important discovery in history?
Behind the assertion that we Homo sapien are not alone in this universe, and we never have been. In July 2024, a few weeks ago, I received this communication, quote, "Just received from the Pine Gap, Australia downstream feed from the James Webb Space Telescope this list of 6 habitable planets in 6 different solar systems beyond Earth. 1. Proxima Centauri b. 2. TRAPPIST-1e. I've shown you that in animation and illustrations starting back 2 years ago that would be the planet TRAPPIST-1e.
But she showed it to you in an animation. And whatever she said, animation, movie magic, whatever. Oh, yeah. That's the one that's definitely it. Oh, yeah.
In animation and illustration.
Oh, there it is.
Starting.
Yeah. No real evidence that it exists, but an illustration. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It exists in her pen.
Back 2 years ago that would be the planet TRAPPIST-1e. 3. Kepler 186f. 4. LHS 114-0b. 5. K2 18b. 6. Gliese 12b. Close quote.
Sorry, I was burning up over here, if you know what I mean, and lost track of time. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Do you see the difference between a rumor turning into 6 habitable planets behind whatever? It's amazing. It's amazing what she knows that none of us will ever know. And isn't it funny, every time Linda Moulton, howdy doody, fresh and fruity, makes a claim like Greer, there's nothing ever coming to fruition. Greer has been talking about the growing arm technology for 20 years. I think now we can, right? No, just an ear on the back of a mouse. So as I was saying earlier today, about 20 minutes ago, oh, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this, but you can help support Truthology for UFOlogy. Yeah. You know how. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App. All the links are in the show description. Hit the join button, become a member. Get a peek into what's going to be happening. Oh my God, tomorrow. I'm going to try to do this tomorrow. And I'm not sure if what I want to do is make an introductory video, but not make it. I want to show it live straight from the computer, straight from the camera to the computer tomorrow. Like I wanted to do it tonight, but I couldn't. I want to get a video that I shot of whatever, and I want to play it live for the first time, uncut, without me talking over it. And it was a 22-minute video. It was the full fleet video that nobody's ever seen. You guys have only seen 3 minutes. So I wanted to get that up so everybody can see what it was like 20 years ago. Just for the hell of it. And then that'll be the introduction to all my videos now will start dropping. It's not just about the UFO videos. It's about the self-interviews, the experiences that my wife and I had at the time, experiments, the balloon experiments, the video experiment, all that stuff. You know, I've been talking about it forever, and it's finally going to happen. So I'm just looking for a way to just throw it out there and go, check it out. And you know what everybody's going to say? I know what you're going to say. You're going to go, so? Boring. See, you guys don't get it. That's why I didn't want to do it, but I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna put the videos up unedited, and everybody's gonna say boring, and they're looking at the most important stuff maybe in ufology history. Let's just say it is. You guys haven't seen it yet. You've only seen snippets of my balloons. I don't know what they are. I've got them, believe me. However, it's going to be brutal, and it's going to be fun. And then we'll launch the, hey, what just happened to my shoe? Oh, I didn't know that could happen. It keeps falling off. I took my little foot brace off, and the shoe keeps falling off because I keep playing with my feet underneath. And all right, there we go. All right. Make sure there's no antelopes running around. No antelopes. All right. Whoa. Maybe we can just lower it. There we go. That's it. A little better. All right, so I need a new headset. All right, there we go. All right, you guys all right? All right, I want to play this for you. And also, let's not forget, I don't know. Before I do the next thing, we got to talk about this real quick. Man, I got to tell you, I really don't know about these Nazca mummies. I don't know what to do. I really feel in my heart that they're not legitimate. Okay? I feel that. Totally. See my chimp face? I'm getting chimp face. And then there's this guy here, journalist Fernando Correa, speaks Spanish, but they have a video here with English titles where he's challenging skeptics to visit the Nazca non-human at nazcamummies.com. He says, apply the scientific method and provide evidence to support their hoax claims regarding the 20 discovered 60-centimeter bodies. You know? So when they make these claims, they're calling out, not us, they're calling other scientists, basically saying, look, you don't believe us. You're afraid that your reputation's going to be ruined because you even looked at these dumb things. Then come over here and look at them for yourself. Or I think what he said was, go to Nazca Mummies and take a look for yourself. Do the math, do the science, Come back and tell me where the hoax is. And that's what they want. They want us to tell everybody where the hoax is. However, it doesn't seem like any scientist with any credibility worldwide is looking. See, this is what I don't understand. What does it take for the world to believe that these mummies are legit? You've got these doctors in Mexico and Peru that put their lives on this thing and saying, hey, it's legit. They're legit. Here's the, and then they show us what? The MRI. You can't fake that stuff. I don't know. I don't think you can. I mean, can you? You can, I guess, but it would take, I don't know. I don't see that happening. So I'm very confused. What MRI evidence they have, X-ray evidence they have, DNA evidence they have, many bodies that are exactly alike with the same DNA, and we're supposed to just sit here and say there's no good evidence? How? I have a hard time saying that. It looks legit now, but they don't look legit at all. This is like telling me a tricycle is a UFO. Let me see it fly. Nah, we don't want to chance it. We don't know how it flies. One time we tried it. We didn't get it back for 48 hours. It went straight up, then it came straight down. We didn't know where it went. Oh, right. You're going to tell me that stupid-looking tricycle is a mastermind creation from an alien being that is made to look like a tricycle but can go interstellar? Is that what you're telling me? That's what we're telling you. See, that's the problem we're having with these mummies. Well, they're not mummies, but the diatomaceous earth-caked beings. Here, let's take a look at these. Well, you know, you're going to have to read a little bit. Sorry about that.
Quien las encontró.
Hold on.
Verdaderamente es un privilegio haber participado desde el inicio en esta investigación.
All right, for some of you who are not watching but are listening, I'll read it to you without him in the background, or I will put him very low so you know I'm not making it up. Here we go. He says, "It is truly a privilege to have participated from the beginning in this research. I must first thank Mario, who found them. Thierry Hyman from the Inkari Institute, Jose Luis, Edward Valenzuela, and I also like Gurka from Gaia.com, and my director, Jaime Malsan from Tercer Milenio TV. This is another specimen, and look at its belly. It's flat, possibly a male. Look at the wide hips it has, which would make sense for it to be bipedal. The enormous head that resembles and corresponds to the beings presented by Steven Spielberg in Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Those who say this is a cat, goat, or llama head that was filed or heated, and let them present one. Those are beliefs, and I repeat, believing is ignorance. It's accepting something you haven't verified. For all those who have claimed this is false, here I show you one of the specimens out of more than 20 that were found. This has something to do with the new history we are going to learn, and exclusively you will be able to observe it in detail at this event. Large elongated skulls, different eyes, different mouth, a small mouth that doesn't show teeth, a rib structure that is like that of snakes, reptiles, completely round without a sternum, and those hands. Those hands were never seen before, tridactyl, just like the feet, completely bipedal. They walked upright. The position of the foramen magnum, that is where the neck supports the head, shows they were bipedal. And for all those who say this is false, they have never presented a mummy assembled the same way, it's very easy to say. However, the scientific analysis have cost thousands of dollars, which fortunately Terzo Milenio has managed to obtain. We must thank Jaime Maussan and the discovery Mario called Hiwato, as he is called, who will soon receive a public acknowledgement. Listen to him for what he is teaching all of humanity. These are real beings, genuine beings that you are getting to know here and now at this special event. I am Fernando Correa, and I am one of the privileged ones who can show you the legitimate history of these bodies that are not found in Egypt, Babylonia, Sumeria, or even among the Mayans. For some reason, it is here in Peru where they are being revealed. And now I tell you, these bodies, according to scientific studies, are completely real. So up your nose with a rubber hose. Oh, no, he didn't say that. I did. I'm Vinny Barbarino. I swear those aren't real at all. I knew a girl who looked like that. All right, so you're going to believe this guy. First of all, I want you to look at something that really bothered me. Like, here we are, right? This is supposed to be history. Why do they let this mofo hold it like this? Yeah, he's got a glove on for once. You know, it's a thin, cheap, store-bought Mexican glove. You know, why would he be able to throw this, like the way he's holding it? Like, I get it. Oh, but if you look, oh, he's right here. One of these fingers, because he's not used to holding it, he could extend it out. Oh, there goes the arm. Boop. Uh-oh. We have a one-armed alien being. Well, it only has one arm. Well, it used to have two, but, you know, Correa, he broke it. Oh, how come these other 6 are broken? Same thing. He wouldn't listen. Why'd you keep giving him the Moomy Doomies? Because they're not real anyway. We got 100,000 of them in the backyard. See, that's what I believe. I mean, look at the mouth on this thing. No, not him. Oh my God, he's doing the mouth. That thing is hard. It's like I Love Lucy, that mouth. Ooh. You know how she did that? And then you know what else I hear in my head? Ding, 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 ding. Doesn't this look Asianish? This looks like a pig monster. It's a pig man. This looks like a pig man to me. Oh, I don't know, kids. I really don't like this at all. Look at the way he's holding it. Yes, I know. Look at his asshole. You can tell he liked it. Look at the longevity. His ribs are flat, his stomach. This guy has abs like Jesus. This might have been Jesus' sons. We don't know. Look at the head. Does this part look like it belongs right here? See that wedge off? Like something's wrong. Look at the mouth. He died going, yeah, fuck you, motherfucker, yeah. Shit. Put me in the casket, fuck you, motherfucker. That's what it looks like. Yeah, come on. Yeah. Shit. Hey, man, get that dirt off. What is that, diatomaceous earth? It's diatomaceous earth. You know how they say. Oh, I love this. Ding, 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 ding. Word. Ooh, girl. I tell you, I ain't never want to see myself in 1,000 years. Ooh, they're going to make me look like one of them dolls. Ooh. Hey, wait, how'd the mouth change? How'd it go from... How'd it go? Oh, wait a minute. What was I looking at? Wait a second. Is this the mouth or is this the mouth? Because look, this is what I saw. Yo, and the nose. Right? Doesn't that look right? Yeah. Right? I forgot. This looks like this is supposed to be the mouth. Oh, they don't know what they're doing. This is one of them trick mummy dummies. Look at it change. Look, it's alive, I think. Watch. It just changed. How'd they do that? Oh, there it is. Yeah. See, there's the mouth. That's a nose. No, that's the nose. Oh, this is difficult. It's got two noses, two mouths. Because what's at the chin? That's two lips. It looks like two lips. See? Yeah. What? You know? But nope, it isn't. It's just a deformity. And then it's this lady. Ooh, boy. You make me look stupid. Ooh. No way. I'm going to wake up in 1,000 years. Ooh. What the hell? Felt like it fell off. All right, let's get out of here. The Moomy Doomies, in my opinion, feel fake. But somehow the evidence brings it all together. Real fake. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not any of those with the thing in the on the wall. Next. Grift. Now, the grift is strong this year because not much is happening. The only thing that's being grifted lately are the Moomy Doomies, which I don't know. Could be real. Could be real fake. And movies, documentaries. You know, the same one that's been made since you can make them. Oh, we've got a movie and let me guess, Roswell. Oh, you always have to have Roswell. You got to go with the roots. It's not the roots. It's the roots of cover-up. Shut up. You don't know me. No, but I know ufology, and that's when it started, 47-ish. That's when everybody just decided we could make money and make believe it's aliens. That's what happened. And then people make the same movie over and over. Roswell, Rendlesham, Travis, Phoenix Lights. Dun, 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 dun. My version, my stuff, my new evidence, my new witness. My God, who cares? Forget Roswell. Now they're talking about, oh no, Chinese found exact point on, they show on television where exact point of Roswell crash happened. Now that's the new thing that's out there. Oh, this Chinese TV show is showing where the actual crash was and stuff we never knew about. Yay. Show me the evidence, I'll listen. All right, so documentaries have been a way of income. Books, right? Whitley Strieber, giddy up. That's all I think about. Now you got to throw Lou in there. Lou wrote a book, which, by the way, it did fine, but sales have dropped off tremendously. It's like nobody cares. So John Greenwald posted something I thought was kind of cool because it's exactly what I think, and we've talked about it here. People are always saying, eventually, in the future, or soon, you're going to see the evidence. Soon. That's the word nowadays that they're all using. And soon has it been trademarked by anybody? Because John Greenwald thinks it should be trademarked, the word soon. Well, it seems like it could be an absolute gold mine, he says, but given the usage of it lately, you know. But 2 weeks, we learned that in the movie Money Pit. Remember the Money Pit? Tom Hanks, Shelley Long. Come on, funniest movie in a long time. When's the house going to be done? 2 weeks. About 2 weeks. Oh, all right. 2 weeks goes by. Hey, Joe, I thought you said it'd be done in 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks. When's the house going to be done? I don't know. Well, we ran into some problem. About 2 weeks. Yeah. Or whatever. Well, everybody's doing it, and then they make a movie about it, or, you know, whatever, write a book. Hey, remember what I told you about was going to be out in 2 weeks? A year later, they put it in a book. Remember, Lou? Oh, there's going to be stuff in my book I can't talk about. What? The book comes out. You could have said any of that shit, but you wouldn't have bought the book. We bought it on lies. Again. Well, I didn't. Ooh, but they're doing it. And I want to play a clip. 2 clips. There's another one here. This is the grift that's going on. Corbell and James Fox. These are the guys right now that are grifting it up with the documentaries. So I'm going to play Jeremy Corbell first. And then James Fox's clip next.
If UFO activity is more under the water than it is in the sky, it would make sense that there would be more sensitivity about, specifically because a lot of our greatest and most tight-hold assets are underwater assets, from recording devices, both audibly and visually. That's why they always say in hearings, closed session.
Do we have any sensors underwater to detect on submerged UAPs? Anything that is in the ocean or in the seas?
So I think that would be more appropriately addressed in closed sessions.
You are revealing some of the people that have allegedly dealt with these crash retrieval programs. I was told many, many years ago from some of the initial contacts I've had with high-ranking people that I should be looking at USOs. And I was like, what are you talking about? I've got a submarine. So this has always been a topic that seems to be really important. But additionally, Chris, you're exposing some.
I got to pause it. Don't you find it funny now? Because Jeremy tried. This is what I see happening. This is the part of the change, which is why you're not going to see disc-shaped UFOs that much anymore. You're going to be seeing Tic Tacs. You're going to be seeing strange craft like the one that's posted on my thumbnail, because these things are now supposedly going to be coming from the water now with some visual evidence of high strangeness along with it, because they want to get people involved enough that they can believe it, but still get the funding, because it's not too crazy of a belief that these things could be in the water, since the planet, you know, it's 3/4 of it. What a great place to hide. We only know 6% of the ocean's current floor, right? We don't know anything about, we know more about the moon than our own oceans, apparently. So that's why they're having this conversation. Look, in the sky, everything's been debunked on radar. It's been debunked. We've got flares, we've got balloons, drones, and then the only place you and I can't debunk shit is where the military can make up shit in the ocean, over the ocean, other than other boaters and people working out there, crabbers, you know, the fishermen and all that. They'll see stuff, but who's going to believe them? It's going to get amazingly crazy. And I'm telling you, the next 4 to 5 years, you're going to see a really high strangeness in the oceans, all over water, not just the Pacific, Atlantic. We're talking everywhere. So that's what I wanted to throw in. That's why Corbell's told to go look in the water. Well, they didn't want us looking in the water. So they, you know, everything's probably in the Southwest Desert or at Antarctica or the moon. We're looking up, right? The whole time everything's happening below us.
From my understanding, Bobby Ray Inman used to be one of its directors. So did the former Senator John Warner as well. So yeah, it's something that not a lot of people talk about. Obviously, it's known. Its name is out there. It's not a classified name. But, you know, like the Office of Global Access, you know, the name is not classified. But there's very, very little material online that you can find about it. There's no real news articles about it of note. So yeah, it's something they don't want to talk about so much, let's say.
Now we'll watch James Fox. Whoops, sorry. I hit the same thing. Get over there.
And so then I'm talking to Alan Sandler about it, and this is going on over a couple of year period. And Alan's like, well, I saw the film. Excuse me? You what? He goes, I saw the film. I said, the one at Vandenberg Air Force Base with the, no, the lane at Holloman. I said, you saw the film, and I was driving my car, and what I do a lot of times is I like to close my eyes and listen to words and have those words recreate the imagery in my brain. So it's almost like I'm reliving the experience through them, right? Yeah. So I pull the car over.
Wait, hold on.
I said, Alan.
You mean while he's driving, he's closing his eyes? I thought he said that.
I like to close the one at Vandenberg Air Force Base with the, no, the lane at Holloman. I said, you saw the film, and I was driving my car, and what I do a lot of times is I like to close my eyes and listen to words.
What? What a liar. He's a liar. Now look, it's a small lie, right? But nobody closes their eyes while they're driving. You see, he lost track of his story. He's lying about something and got out of his element. He was probably thinking of what not to say, and he said it. I've done it before. Right? Sure, we all have. You're like, don't say it, don't say it. Damn it, I said it. Why'd I say it? That is so weird. So I'm driving, he says, and at times I like to close my eyes and feel the words or listen to the words. Or isn't that weird? Like, why would... What he probably meant to say, because he caught himself, you can tell, because he goes, then I pulled over. But he didn't flinch. That I noticed. I'm just thinking, like, such a strange lie. If he's lying about that, which is nothing, it's a nothing lie. That means this guy's capable of lying about anything, from meaningless to most important. So he likes to close his eyes while he drives. Interesting. We got to find out where he's driving tomorrow.
And have those words recreate the imagery in my brain. So it's almost like I'm reliving the experience through them, right? Yeah. So I pull the car over. I said, Alan, what did you see? I need every detail. Like, what did it look like? He goes, it might have been a training video. I don't know, but it was a real flying saucer. And there were 3 flying saucers that came in over the base. It was, I don't know what time of day, but it was daylight. And the film, there was film of 3
terrible
discs.
Terrible.
At a relatively high altitude coming in over the base. Terrible. And then 2 peel away and they were escorted by military jets. And then 1 comes down. He said it was like a leaf almost. Yeah. He thought it was in trouble the way it was flying. Right. But I've heard that description from a lot of people that it kind of floats down like that, right? So that he described it. He said it was kind of floating, and he's like, well, it looked like it might have been in trouble. And I'm thinking to myself, I've heard that before, the way it's coming down. So it comes down, and he goes, it landed, and he goes, James, it was just like a sci-fi movie. Those doors just open, and there's no seam or anything? He said that's what it looked like. It opened and dropped, and then 2 individuals, beings, aliens, whatever you want to call them. This is according to Alan Sandler. He told me this. They came out and they flanked the stairs on either side, and then the main guy got out. And he had like a Egyptian, he described it as Egyptian. The description in the film is very similar. And
God. Awful. You know why? Because when someone's making claims like this, there's got to be evidence. I don't care. I just don't like that James Fox is having a hard time remembering his own movie. Is this the guy that's in his movie? Is he talking about another movie? I'm not even paying attention. We skipped around a little. Did we?
A being with big eyes and vertical slits, tall, Egyptian hair or head gear, I don't know. Vertical eyes, vertical slits, big eyes, big nose, mouth almost non-existent, little slit, very small chins, and came out and he said he had a device that he thought was an interpreter, to help communicate, and that they met with military officers, and then they got into a Jeep, and then they went off, and then the film just ended with the disc just sitting there on the base. And Paul Shartle at Norton Air Force Base showed it to him because Paul got a call from a guy named Colonel Coleman. It was a guy I interviewed who was public relations at the Pentagon in the 70s. I interviewed Coleman about it, and his story, his recollection. But anyway, he had called, I guess, the debate documentary on UFOs, cooperate, give them access, whatever, not realizing that Paul Shartle had just processed some film of this landing at Holloman. So Paul happens to show it to Alan, and Bob wasn't there that day at Norton Air Force Base, and men in suits either later that day or the very next morning showed up, confiscated the footage, and said, don't ever talk about it.
Yeah, that's an old story. That's an old story. It's a good one, though. Don't know. I mean, I give it a 6.5 unbelievability, but I want to hear it from the horse's ass, not this jackass. Yeah, the way James tells it, I don't believe it, but I know the story when I was listening to him. But there you got it. Always selling. I don't know. For some reason, I thought Corbell's clip was about selling a movie or something, and it turned out to be a really good clip of his show from his show. All right. A lot of people don't know, and I forgot to talk about this when I was talking about the mummies, and I just want to make sure we're all on the same page when it comes to these things, because in the future we'll be talking about them, I'm sure. Do you know what they're covered in? It's the same stuff they use in pool filters. Diatomaceous earth. Yeah, it is a cleanser. Like it cleans water, and it's very good at all that stuff. But it's covered in diatomaceous earth. It's a white powder substance covering the mummies. It is a versatile substance derived from fossilized remains of tiny aquatic organisms called diatoms, like shells, from shellfish and stuff like that. They crunch them up, turn them into a powder, and we get this diatomaceous earth, which is used in filters, in pool filters. This I know because it was in the family business. Hold on. Ew. I lost my other shoe. There we go. They fall off easy. I don't know why. Because I'm not standing. Anyway, here, check it out. Listen to this. Well, nah, I'm not in the mood to read again. Never mind. Yeah, that's it. That's all it is. So they're covered in this stuff for some reason. Don't know why. Anyway, Mick West, one of the most hated individuals for no good reason, is being attacked again for a debunked video. Well, this isn't really anything new. It's just Mick West. They just like saying, I hate Mick West, or Mick West. People just like saying Mick West. That's what it is. It's easy to say. Check it out. These are very small insects, just a few inches from the camera at 1/4 speed. These are outdoor orbs, he says. Go. Oh my God. There's Uncle Joey, and there's Grandpa. Oh, there's Chippy and Gigi. Oh, my dogs. Where'd they go? Oh, the little ones. Oh, the babies that died in our family. Oh, come on. Now, these are all buggity bugs. See? But no. There are psychics out there who will tell you if you wear a certain type of odor, you could have insects just follow you, and you will look like you're a god. And all the bugs are around you because you have this stench, and they sense it, and they want it. And then you just, you do this, and then people are taking pictures. Oh my God, the orbs are everywhere. They're all around you. Actually, I have a very cool video that I hope I can find. It was super early into my career, and I was on a mountain in a very sacred Indian tribal area, and they're all over in Arizona. You could be walking through the mountains, not in a park, just neighborhood from neighborhood. And you would come across altars, little circles, and, looked like people were doing ceremonies and stuff. Anywho, I see on my camera, in front of me, in the bushes, tumbleweed, that kind of bush was everywhere at this time. And I go, oh my God, I go, Rob, because Rob Krakowski was with me, and I go, do you watch? I go, look it right by me. I go, do you see that? I go, I'm seeing this with my naked eye. And I saw these flashes of light. He recorded it, and you could see all these orbs around me, in the bushes around me. It was very weird. And I could see them. No, we don't have lightning bugs in Arizona, but they were just there and then gone. There was like 8 or 9 of them. And you would see them, they would flash and then take these small bursts. Every time they would light up, they would jump a little. So there was like always a little trail and black behind it. So it was bright on this side and dark on this side. It was really interesting. I hope I have that video. I have it somewhere. I know that. It's probably on videotape 1. It's got to be. Anyway, I'm not even going to talk about what's at the Good Trouble show with Fat Ford. Can't do it today. I just can't. And then I wanted to talk about Dan Warren and what he's talking about. And I'm having a hard time believing that. I haven't done any listening until recently on Dan. He's not bad. It's just he's on that side of ufology, and I just wish he wouldn't be so biased and look at everything everybody's saying instead of just listening to one side. But anyway, here.
News outlets are reporting that the U.S. is officially unable to defend itself against an alien invasion. And while that is a very catchy headline, it's also the definition of hyperbole. But other news outlets are reporting that the DoD's response to UFOs is uncoordinated and has major deficiencies.
And do you know why? Anybody? Anyone? Because they're us. Or we found out that they're not going to hurt us, and we're okay with using them as bait for future monies that are going to be needed to fund these top secret UFO programs. Now you're going to say, why would they have UFO programs? Guys, is anybody paying attention? Does anybody know the mob? Do you know the Sopranos? Guys, you have to have a threat, number one. Number 2, which is the unknown, you got to have somebody to protect you from the threat. Right? You got to make it up because there is no threat. But you're going to pay for it anyway because you have to. See how confusing it is? If you don't make believe there's a threat and get defense, and have these fake fronts like ATIP and OSAP and, Project Blue Book, all those bullshit things. Well, that might be the only real one. But how are you supposed to get people to give you the money if you don't have the belief in it yourselves as the government? So the government's going to allow people, not allow, but not debunk or disprove what they're saying so they could run their scam right behind the thought of aliens out there. Oh, it's aliens? Sure, it's aliens. Where's the proof? No proof. No proof. And then what did the people try doing after that? Oh, they came up with abduction stories. Oh, that'll tell. Oh my God, now the government's gonna have to tell us everything. We've been abducted. You know what the government said? No, you weren't. Nope. But I was. You weren't. We saw helicopters. Cash Landrum case. Look it up. Sued the government and lost. Wanted them to pay for damages. Too top secret. Can't talk about it. Sorry. So sorry. Sorry you died. Deny, deny, deny. Or they don't care. Or they need it. Look, if the aliens came out, 2 things are going to happen. If the aliens came here, they're going to either kill us or they're going to work with us. Let's say it's the latter and they work with us. Okay. End of story. No more, you know what I mean? It all comes to an end. Everything ends for us. There's no more mystery. Oh, wait. There's more. There's more? Yeah. Even though the aliens are here, you're only seeing one species. There's 30. And they're all coming. Now that the aliens expose themselves to the Earthlings, it's open season. See, that's why, if this was real and the aliens made themselves known, the other aliens that are being kept at bay to stay away from the humans will attack. They'll take us in our sleep. They don't give a shite. They'll do whatever they want. And it's over. Humanity can't win. We'll be food for them, or experiments, or both, or whatever, toys, or slaves, or just fun to kill. If I was an alien and I was a mean alien, I would take the humans and I would drag them all the way to space and watch them freeze, from, I'm going up. And then, they'll pass out, of course, because not enough air, but then the bodies crack and all that stuff. You just whip them out into space or push them out the bay door and then their head explodes. Now that's fun. That's the aliens that you want to be, those aliens, because they're crazy. They'll make your head pop. It's over. That's why the aliens can't reveal themselves. Haven't you ever thought about that? Didn't we ever talk about this? I don't think we have. Yeah, that's the deal, When they reveal themselves to us, game over. There's no reason for the other ones to hide. Got it? There's something going on, kids, and it ain't good. And they want us. All the other aliens want us. That's the rumor. It's the rumor. What did we learn about rumors earlier tonight? Rumors create, not a tumor. Tumors, yes, it's poison.
But those articles are also slightly misleading. But I think they've all missed some of the most important details related to the Department of Defense's Inspector General's recently released evaluation of the DoD's action regarding UAPs. This unclassified report boldly states that the DoD does not have a comprehensive, coordinated approach to address UAP. It then goes on to call out the DoD.
If there was, then that would mean what? They know something. What do they know? Why do they have to be prepared? How do you prepare for something you know nothing about? How do you prepare for that enemy? What if they don't use bullets? What if they don't use lasers? What if they don't use sound technology or anything else? What if they use something you and I can't even think of? How do you defend against that? They figured out how to fly from A to B real fast. We haven't. That doesn't mean they're smarter than us. That just means they figured out space travel. That's it. They could be total assholes. People think that aliens are all it's not. It's not reality. Sure, you got your hippie aliens. Sure, you got your heavy metal Bill and Ted aliens out there, right? You got them all. It's a universe full of everything. And they want to come here to plain old us? Why? Why? We can't do anything. And that's why nobody comes here. Why? It's like us going to an anthill. You like it? Yeah, you knew I was going to go there. It's like us going to an anthill and going, ladies and gentlemen and antlings. Tonight's feature, they're going to look at us like, we're working here for the queen. Vavangul. Right? They don't know. Like, what are we going to know? We're going to look up at them and they're going to flash their lights and we're supposed to get that message? What does that mean? Translation, better get the fuck out. We don't know. Right? That's what it meant. We're going to take this one guy. We're going to split him up and poke him in the eye. We're going to take his DNA. Take it away from you. We'll create a new you. We'll create a new me. We'll create a hybrid. That'll be the mummy. Right? 1,000 years later, we got the mummy doomies. Come on, Dan. What do you got for us? 44 seconds in, this poor bastard.
D and Arrow for largely excluding the Geographic Combatant Command in the UAP process. And the involvement of the GCOs in the UAP process is significant for a few reasons. Firstly, these 6 GCOs are responsible for detecting, deterring, and preventing threats in its territories, possessions, and bases.
And how's that working out? That good? Capture anything?
All over the globe. Their involvement could drastically change the look of the heat map of UAP reports that Arrow has presented in the past. So their involvement could show us exactly how global the UFO phenomenon.
We know. It's everywhere. Why do we need to know this again? We need to know how drastic, how important. They're everywhere, guy. We know.
Truly is. Secondly, what I think may be even more critical to understanding the UFO situation is the fact that the Space Command is considered the 7th GCO.
So?
Because the Space Command basically has a God's eye view of the Earth thanks to their satellite systems. And don't forget that former DNI John Ratcliffe has publicly stated that the U.S. has satellite imagery of UAPs, which I think is a game changer. So ask yourself, why have these GCOs largely been excluded from the DoD's development of UAP policies and procedures? And how come Kirkpatrick painted a much different picture of Arrow's relationship with the GCOs when he testified before the Senate and he said,
My relationship with the commands are very good. I just came back from sitting down with General Van Herk and all the J staff out at Northcom a couple weeks ago, talking through exactly what we need to do to help them get their arms around this.
That sounds like a completely opposite description than the largely excluded comment that was made in the DoD IG report. So it sounds like either Kirkpatrick is lying or the Department of Defense Inspector General is lying. But if we dig just a little bit deeper, there might be another explanation for this discrepancy.
Everybody's lying.
According to the scope and methodology section, this evaluation took over 2 years to conduct. And Kirkpatrick's comments to the Senate in April of 23 took place near the end of the IG's evaluation, which spanned from May 21 to June 23. So it's reasonable to assume the information that the DoD IG collected on AARO's efforts was outdated by the time that they made their assessment. And that scenario is backed up by Ronald Moultrie's comments to the DoD IG in response to his recommendation that AARO should provide a DoD-wide policy on UAP reporting. And Undersecretary Moultrie noted that the findings that informed the recommendation appear to be based on observations that largely predate the establishment of AARO. Moultrie then informed the DoD IG that AARO was currently in the process of creating the exact policy that he was recommending. So I think it's safe to say that these news headlines are misleading because they're based on a report that's based on outdated information.
Even though it was very nicely done, is there anything in there that you didn't already know? Who's that for? The new people? I'm telling you, everything's on repeat mode. It is. So trying my best to show you everything that's being repeated. Except for this. This is very interesting. Weather manipulation into thin air. I mean, nothing new, but this story, it's amazing. I'm not sure if you're going to believe in it or whatever, but you have to admit, it is interesting. Some of the things we've been seeing from into thin air with those lasers, those points, those green arrows, whatever, going into the area where the storm's supposed to go. And then one time it was like an X. And that's where the storm went. Helene Bennis. You know, we know. Everybody knows weather manipulation's real.
All right, everyone, welcome back. I want to show you something that took place near Nevada that has to do with the NEXRAD radar system and what some people believe is these towers actually creating weather systems. Now, of course, I have to say this is just a theory and we're going to look at some evidence here. And of course, we can't say for sure that these radar towers are actually creating this weather, but tell me what you're seeing here. All right, so now I have this full clip that we can break down and you might be able to understand a little bit more. So this is what's happening here. We have a radar anomaly popping up right about here. I want to show you. So we have the blank screen here, and then in the next frame you're going to see these little dot pixel things pop up right after this beam comes from a NEXRAD radar down here in Southern California. This is Nevada up here. We're going to be watching this little speckle anomaly, and you're going to see it get zapped 2 different times. I'm going to go ahead and hit play, and you're going to see 2 zaps hit it, and just as that happens, another part of this begins to peel off. Watch this. 1, 2. And as soon as that happens, this part peels right off. Let's backtrack, and you're going to see the 2 beams. Here is 1 right there. There is the second right there. And then watch as this little system here gets bigger with a piece of it trailing off right after the beams hit it. This is unbelievable stuff, and you could see that it's also being shot from different radar towers as it scoots across the states here. Now keep in mind how big this is. This is an entire state right here. This is Nevada. Let's backtrack and see how big this thing gets over time. It begins as just these little dots. It gets hit with that double zap, and then here we go. Watch how this thing changes. Watch how fast it's moving, and you can see it being hit all the way back and forth. So let's do it again. All the way back to the beginning. We'll start with the first beam right here and the creation of these little specks. There was absolutely no moisture or any weather in this area whatsoever. Keep in mind, this is Nevada and Southern California, so very little precipitation anywhere in this part of the country at this time. And we move forward again. Zap number 1. There is zap number 2. We begin the peel off phase, and then it just begins to get bigger and bigger, and you can see other towers hitting it from different places as it passes by. Just a very weird anomaly that I caught, and it seemingly shows a system being created from nothing. Watch, if we backtrack another frame, this thing disappears. There's nothing there. The very next frame, we get the dots and the...
But what did people see on the ground? Was there rain? Were there clouds? We don't know. All we know is the Green Goblin created out of that thing. And it's weird. It is weird. And it's moving very fast. Very. Oh, I know it's time lapse, whatever, but that's moving fast compared to the other things we're seeing. Wild, wacky stuff. It is. Good reporting on weirdness, high strangeness. Love it. Love it. Oh, we've got so much to go over, and I'm not even close. Not even close. I'm not. You gotta be kidding. All right, so there's a channel or thing on X called the Alien Interview, case closed. Says, all right, now let me just pull it up. Says, all right, I will tell you all the unvarnished truth as it has been told to me. Allegedly, the belief is they are coming back between the years 2025 to 2027 to collect items that belong to them and to manage our extinction, because in 2032, when we pass through the Taurid meteor stream, that's when all hell gets released out of its cage. Oh, hey, guess what? A new death prediction. A new extinction level event. It's coming. Look, hey, they're coming back between next year and 27. Now, they're coming to collect their items. Yeah. And managed, so they're going to stay here for at least 5 to 7 years to manage our extinction. Because in 2032, when we pass through the meteor shower like we do every single year, that's when all hell gets released out of its cage, such as intersection of Earth's orbit with Taurid particle stream, northern alpha Taurids, September 10th through November 20th. Comet Enki over here. Tunguska event-sized comet debris comes back into play. Intersection of Earth's orbit with Taurid particle stream, southern beta Taurids, June 5th through July 18th. So we are going to be double dosed, which we always do every year, I thought. No, that's not true. Well, I don't know, guys, gals, those in between. We'll see. We'll see. Anybody here? I mean, it's possible. Very, very possible. Possible. Green Street, Stephen, from Middle of Mayhem. He says UFO advocates like Eric Davis, James Lakatsky, Joe Merja, and Michelle Stratton agree with his reporting that Lou Elizondo did not run a Pentagon UFO program named ATIP or OSAP, which Elizondo's claim to fame is that he did. Wait a minute. Is it me, or did Elizondo say eventually that he didn't run either one? That he was just an errand boy that never got called on? And he cried like a bitch when he didn't get used. I'm I'm kidding. Not really. You know, Stephen Greenstreet is reminding us all who Elizondo was by going back and bringing all this stuff up. It's amazing. Michelle Stratton says, for transparency, I regret ever telling people to trust Lou because ATIP wasn't a real program. She says, for starters, he was never the director of, the head of, or the leader of ATIP or OSAP. He was involved for almost a decade, as he says. He never did UAP investigations for the government. And there is more, but I'm not at liberty to put it out right now. You know, that's all he was. He got James Lakatsky's dry cleaning. He got Jay Stratton's new underwear and socks. Errand Boy, Lou. OSAP, or I'll sap anything. What a dork. What a bunch of bullshits. Sad. Very sad. Get up to $20 worth of free food before... Oh, sorry. Uber. What do we have here? We've got so much. I can't do all this in 12 minutes. Oh, it's 8:30? Oh, we got time. I can go through most of this. All right. All right. Where is it? Here we go. Oh, yeah. Stanton Friedman. Back in, see? You know it's slow when we're going back to Stanton Friedman clip. Excuse me. Do you mind if I dance with your girl? Do you mind if we dance with your dates? Know what movie's this? Animal House. Good job. Stanton Friedman. Told it like it is. I miss Stanton's voice. Damn it.
I met somebody once who let me in on a little secret. He had worked at the White House. He was a professional person, and he had access to all kinds of stuff which he saw about flying saucers. And he told me, they kill people for leaking stuff like that. And I believe him. Now, these guys got a sense of humor. This page says, deny in toto. They couldn't find 8 lousy words to declassify. Of course there's a cosmic Watergate. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I believe that it was perfectly natural to suggest that the United States government set up a super secret project similar to the Manhattan Project. Many different people, many different places, many different functions. Now, that was a thought. Well, in 1984, I was working with William Moore and Jamie Chandray. They were still in California. I had moved from California to New Brunswick in 1980. And I got a call from Bill that they had received a roll of film in the mail. On this roll of film, there were 2 sets of 8 negatives each of a top secret / magic eyes-only document. One of the peculiar aspects of the documents was that it named somebody, Dr. Donald Howard Menzel, a Harvard University professor of astronomy, as a member of the group. And my first thought, Bill read me the list on the phone. This is December 1984. And my first thought was, somebody's pulling our leg.
Dr. Menzel was the Phil Klass of his day, if you will. He was the champion debunker of UFOs during.
He was awful. Philip Klass lies. He is the worst debunker in UFO history. That is my opinion, and that's that.
During the 50s and 60s.
The worst.
He was a Harvard astronomer, very highly respected.
But he was right. But he was lying all the time.
Anti-UFO debunker.
Ugh. Stupid face. his bottom lip was always wet, like extra wet. I don't want to say from what. But when he goes out there on national television lying to the public, saying he saw something that he didn't, and what they saw, big old wet lip, and then there was a lighthouse, and did you go out there and look at it? Well, no, you don't have to go out. Well, then you don't know. But other reports were saying it was the lighthouse, and I believe it would be the lighthouse. Ugh, God, he was disgusting. He was just like, who's the guy now, Shermer? No, not Leader Shermer. Michael Shermer? He is absolutely hideous, too. He's number 2 as horrible. And then there's another guy who's absolutely this. These people are paid assholes. They don't do the work. Shermer, he just says, oh, that can't be real. Physics won't allow it. Well, that's why it's a UFO. It shouldn't be happening, and it is. But people are, well, where's the evidence? The people saw it. Well, that's not evidence. Well, it's sort of evidence. Well, until we get it on film, nobody's going to know. People get it on film, and we still don't know. Right? How's that? Sorry. I'm having a hard time getting it in. There we go. You got to put your finger right there. Oh, like a shoehorn or some shit. You got a shoehorn or some shit like that? Anyway, unbelievable night. I've got so much I can go over for the rest of the night. Let's see. Wasn't there a sighting into thin air? What's this? Oh, yeah. So check this out. I'm not going to play the clip, but this is how mainstream media sucks. There's a guy who is saving people in Florida or in other parts, I don't know, Tennessee or Georgia, where they can't get to people who are trapped. They're 30, 40 miles inland. Even with all of his equipment, he can't get there. And he needs helicopters. So he put a call out there. And so a couple of people in, men who had helicopters, they went and saved these people, right? On the news, they were reporting that, and they showed him, that this man working for the government, saving lives, and they said it was the government coming in and saving the people when it wasn't. It was this guy, and the proof's right there on video. But they just blindly said, it's terrible. It just goes to show you that during an election season, anything's possible. Everybody lies. I don't know. It's just awful. You guys know all this stuff, but that's really awful. That's just terrible. I was supposed to talk about, and I forgot. I was supposed to talk about this thing tonight. And I didn't. And I forgot. Because that's how it goes sometimes. I think I even told Samo I'm going to talk about this tonight. There's a trailer that's out for the movie The Discovery. In the film, they reveal groundbreaking experiment that could change everything we think we know about our universe. By projecting a diffracted laser on a surface and ingesting DMT, you can see the code running through reality, suggesting strongly that we live in a digital world. Wow. The Discovery. I don't know if I could play this whole clip, but I'm going to play a few seconds here and there. This is wild. See, this is what I want to do. I need to do this before I die. This DMT experience, I've got to get into it, man. I got to see what it's like. Sounds like freaking fun.
Just for the record, I haven't told him anything. Okay, just tell me what you see.
Oh my God, come on. Wow, what the fuck?
So all three of these guys are looking at the laser and seeing what they see while on DMT.
Holy shit. I just saw something. Yeah. What the fuck?
Wow.
Oh, I've seen that. I feel it.
I've been under the influence of mind-altering substances a lot, but I've never seen anything like that. Whoa.
I showed
You know what's cool? Is that they remember it.
over 100 people, and I kept asking myself, how are all of us seeing the same thing?
Wow.
Oh my God. It's changing shapes right there.
The laser was revealing numbers and letters running in a pattern.
They're almost like this big here, and it looks like code.
It looked like programming code.
It's definitely saying something, and I just want to take a picture of it and translate it. Wow.
You see that?
Okay, so yeah, it's not stuck.
No.
It's not because of the light.
No, it's on its own side. Light is just literally revealing it.
And each angle shows you different layers, different ways through it.
I can see through the wall. It's not like a hallucination. It has spatial awareness and permanence.
Oh my God. That is unbelievable what they're seeing. That, hey man, like no matter, like if you move just a little bit, you're seeing layer after layer after layer of code. But, you know, it's got to be an illusion, right? The drugs are there for a reason. All that stuff, that natural shit that's out there, that you and I can just eat and live, but see some stuff that we can't explain. But maybe we can explain it. These guys are unbelievable what I actually am feeling like I'm getting it. Like it's the way they're explaining it. I'm freaking out a little bit because the code, it's me, it's everything. Oh, and the light, for some reason, is revealing the code. And can you imagine the mind that created this, or minds, that if everything is that super complex, that right now what I'm doing is I'm a code, I'm programmed to say this stuff because this is my role, this is my life. I'm supposed to affect a few people out there somehow, some way. We're interacting because they want us to. Not only that, we've got to do stuff. We want to be entertained. We're creatures of habit that love change, but not enough to dissuade us from the things we love. Like, I'll give you a for instance. I like a lot of new music, but I love my 80s and 90s rock and roll. I'll always go back to that every day. See what I mean? As much as things change, things stay the same. What kind of code can they write where your memories are also in the code? I don't, how? And just do it imagine yourself, and now imagine 8 billion of us, and now imagine all the other living creatures, trillion of them. Now imagine the trees, the water, everything working in unison for what? What is this for? Why are we here? Why? Why? To keep things going? This is the problem I have. What's the purpose? So, I think about that a lot. Like, my life, when I watched my uncle die a few months ago, his life ended and it had zero meaning except for us, his family. Yeah, he touched people, but he didn't change anybody. What was his purpose? To create children that were... I'm not creating any. I don't know if I did. I don't think I did, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. I can't be too sure. You never know. I mean, there might be a little Richie G running around out there somewhere, but... hold on, I think I hear somebody knocking at my door. Dad? Huh? That'd be weird. But this is amazing to me. I want to live in that. I want to know what they're experiencing. It's not fair. All right, let's find out.
I don't know. Whoa.
For centuries, mankind has attempted to explore these psychedelic, altered states, but we've never had a repeatable, testable phenomenon to observe until now.
Cool.
I'm obsessed.
It's like you can see through the laser into another dimension.
Oh my God, I want this.
I mean, like, take yourself to that. Like, I just made a connection that nobody made before, which is a simple connection.
Yeah.
The claim is, if you project a diffracted laser on the surface and you smoke DMT, you will see code running in surfaces. Yes, like in the Matrix.
So there are a few possibilities. One,
I lost my mind, which is the coolest losing your mind ever in history.
the second option is that
this is the biggest discovery of humankind. If anybody ever asked themselves what it would be like to know you live in the Matrix for sure, well, I know for sure. I'm convinced.
So where do we go from here? All I know is
it's about to get crazy.
Whoa. The discovery. Man, can you imagine if it's true? Think about it. Maybe you should try it, because I'm definitely going to try this now again for the billionth time. But I'm certain that thoughts create things. I did it. I created Rich Saves America. And exactly what I wanted to happen happened. Exactly the way I wanted it to. Because I thought of it all the time. I did it with GUFON too. We did it here. And things were good. Until they weren't. Until I stopped doing it and things fell apart. Seriously, I'm not kidding. Every time I try the law of attraction and it works, I stop doing it. You're supposed to do it every day. So I'm going to try it again. And I'm not going to tell you what I want. But I am going to write it down. And I'm going to put it in this inside of this tape that's empty that says Sam Lewis's Ghost Hunt. Inside, I am going to write down what I want to happen. Okay? I have to be a little specific. But this is just for us. Okay. And I'm gonna show you. Can I show you? I don't want to. I just want to prove that it worked. All right, I guess I have to show you. $100,000 views on a Rich Saves America video between this month and next month. The only reason I did it there and not here, because we're shadow banned. And I know it could work over there. Here it won't. Well, that would be a challenge. But I did it for RSA. I have my own reasons, and I want to see if it works. That would be really interesting. Sure, I could put GUFON, but you know how many times I've done that? And it didn't work. Well, hold on. It did work one time. The day we had 10,000 live for David Grush's interview on, that News Nation, whatever. Yeah, that was wild. That, I asked for 1,000 live, but they must have got it mixed up and thought I meant 10,000. That was crazy. Yeah. So we'll see if 100,000 views between now and next month. We'll see if that happens. I could try it here, but I do these shows, the live shows here, and that's in the algorithm and it's never getting out. My show has never gotten more than that one time, 10,000, 16,000 views. It's just not something they like. I'm not on that side. You guys know. Anyway, I'm going to try it, see if it works. And yeah, I want to let you guys know something. If we are living in a matrix reality, and there is a way you could use your brain, your thoughts to create things, you cannot create things for other people. You can't sit here and say, oh, I want this to happen for Karen. I want Karen to get a new car so she doesn't have to take the bus anymore. Karen gets a new car and you start doing it for Karen, it's not going to work. She is her own God. Only she can attract the laws of the matrix. If we do it, we might get the new car. You see, that might work that way. I don't know. But it only works for you. That's why it's called the law of attraction. You're attracting it for you. Only you. I didn't write the laws. It's the way it is, and it's the way it always shall be, and it's been for billions of years. I didn't build this thing. What movie? Contact. Very good. Not word for word, but you got the gist of it. It's been done this way for billions of years. I don't know, Sporto. What did he call her? Stardust? No, that was Rogue One. What did he call her? My little June bug? I don't remember. All right. I do have another 30 minutes of show I could do, but I can't. I mean, I could, but I can't. I got to eat. I got to go do some things at the gym, that stuff. So we're out of here. Why do I always do that? Nobody cares. Because I'm vain and I'm selfish and I am determined this summer coming up to be in bikini shape. Hey, Shane Reed's Ghost is here. What's up? Jeff Gavi, how you doing, Chief? We're out of here, though. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Hey, wait a second. We didn't even get no super chat. Did we get a super chat tonight? I wasn't paying attention, to be honest. Hold on. That would be the first. Let's see. I thought I heard a bell go off. Here we go. Wait a minute. I don't know. I see. It doesn't tell me when these came in, but there's one from Ben, the Yorkshire Gufonian, for $1. And then Moonlicht? Oh, that's last night. Okay. David, there's one here that says Sun Newspaper UK front page Matrix today. Look. When did that come up? $2 GBP. I don't see it. There's nothing here. Hold on, let me go here. Get that out of there. Get that out of there. Go live here. Make sure we're up to date. Pause that. I have to wait a second. There we go. Yeah, there you go. All things good dropped £5, £5. That's not why. I was just curious to see because I just remembered I didn't say anything tonight. Until now, all things good throwing down a $5, £5, £5 super chat. Well, thank you, all things good, a continuing supporter of GUFON. Hey, look, there's nights where it's great, and then there's nights where it's just not. I mean, that's the life. I know. I'm not complaining. Promise. I promise I'm not. Thank you, everybody, for supporting. Being here is the most important thing. It's true. Because without you guys, why would they even bother with us? They wouldn't even give us a channel. Remember when we used to have 150 every night? I know I'm not going to say it, but they know. All things good. Thank you. Please. Thank you. Please. I won't forget that, but you didn't have to do that. But at least we didn't zero out for the first time in history. Thank you very much. All right. Well, thank you for everything, everybody. We will be back mañana on a Thursday. And there's going to be a Rich Saves America show tomorrow too, but I think I'm going to do it before before GUFON. I don't know yet. I may do something different over there. But thank you guys. And what do we do here? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? We do truthology for ufology. We do it for them. That was good, Arnold. Thank you for being here tonight, just for that. He was here. He's already gone. Unbelievable, that guy. All right. Yeah, thank you. Moderators, super chatters, mucho gusto, generoso, time and energy. Newcomers and veterans getting along like they've been doing it for decades. Because in essence, it feels like it. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific, right here on the tubes of YouTube America. I'm Rich. This is GUFON. Alien bless.
Look at this thing. It's rotating.